If I'm in a crisis situation
Yes,
and we
ma'am.
need to talk about self-esteem now.
We don't have to talk about self-esteem. This is just for, I'm going to give this to you at the end of the session.
Okay, yeah. So I'm in a crisis situation, and
Okay.
all mental health providers that I've ever had, and case
Okay.
managers and social workers have treated me the same way. So would they deflect on me? Like some of them have started arguments and walked off, forcing me to have to live in a tent. Like I said, stated, whoever that was that called me did not want you to see that there was safety concerns when I live on the streets. Some people, multiple different people attacked me, trapped on trains and buses. It's uploaded. I would get threatened multiple different times a day. Someone came at me with a car, and that was the third time that day that I got threatened. Law enforcement has came, several different law enforcement officers have came to me at one time, putting me off trains and buses and corruption. So being on the streets and going through this is a safety concern. So I get it that everyone wants to deflect and leave me in it, even though it's criminal. I'm afraid because they keep doing it. So you did state, but multiple different other parties give me a false sense of hope. They'll say, let's call the police or let's do this, and then retract and then start trying to play mind games again. So I would like to concentrate on the thing at hand, because as you can see, law enforcement committing crimes and all these parties covering for it is a threat to my safety.
So I offered to call the police with
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that.
You want to do it on your phone or my
No,
phone?
oh, your phone. Yes, my phone's hacked and they're covering for it. That's another crime.
They're going to have questions for you.
Well, I want you to be, because I don't have rights in this country. Okay, let's set the stage like they do. Okay, let's hold on. Okay. If you don't want to commit crimes. Okay. So you have saw that law enforcement came to shut down a domestic violence rally. You saw that.
Yes.
You saw the location of someone threatening to poison the water supply. And you smell the smell in the water. That was new. You saw that someone saying that I raped you. You saw that where it says that I've ever going to do it again. You have access to my YouTube channel. I'm telling you that law enforcement is terrorizing me. You have evidence. So you are a witness. Okay, so let's go. I don't have rights. So if you express to the police department what you've witnessed. Okay, well, you can go ahead and call.
Okay. I'm going to get the number out.
And in addition to that, I can't flee, period. Everywhere I go, they're accomplice, leaving me in it when I'm afraid for my life. As you can see that even a domestic violence rally that I went to randomly. You texting someone before you call?
No, I'm just looking for the number. I don't have the number stored on my phone, so I'm going on the internet to look for the number. Okay. That's all.
I just don't want someone to hack your phone like they've hacked mine.
No.
Okay.
It's a secure phone.
Okay, good. I wish I can find one. But that's a key to keeping people out of prison. You're calling the sheriffs?
The police department.
Okay, good, because the sheriffs I reported them for misconduct and criminal activity. Okay, for investigative, to see why they're not doing all their reports, which is criminal. Investigating the reports and evidence that they have.
It's ringing.
Okay.
Hi, Lori. My name is Fallon. I'm a case manager from Gulf Bend Center. I have some questions about reporting threatening emails in regards to how we can handle that, or if that's something...
You forgot the fact that I've been terrorized by law enforcement and you have evidence. That's pivotal.
Yeah.
So report that.
Okay. So I'm calling today to see... First of all, how to report, how to go about putting a protective order against someone for email.
I would like to. I know this is because I'm not quite certain on why everyone covers for law enforcement.
Two people are going to talk to me. I can't understand.
Okay.
I would like you to address. We staged the scene that you have to report that I'm being violated by law enforcement, which you witness.
One person at a time.
Officer there?
No, I'm good. We don't need a police officer. One person at a time. If you want to talk to the lady,
I just want you to be an authentic witness and not make false reports. It's a crime. No, you can do. I mean,
you know the situation more than I do.
You just, if you don't want to be a witness, you want to tamper with evidence, kind of.
I'm gonna have to call you right back.
And not be my case manager.
All right, thank you. Bye. Look, I'm here to help you, but one person at a time. I was trying to report it. I was trying to report it, but they prefer for one person to speak at a time.
But you weren't being honest. You were covering for the police department, law enforcement, as well as everywhere else I've been. So I would like you to address that with them. That's by abusers.
Okay. So that's 2 things I'm going to report.
Yes.
Just before we get back, I'll call them
Yeah,
again.
my abuser didn't come out. The police department did for him.
Listen.
Just tried to set me up.
I'm reporting 2 things. I'm reporting the verbal emails.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to report the amount of the countless times police officers have failed to intervene.
They've terrorized me.
Yeah.
They've committed crimes. They have actually committed crimes. I'm not really being heard. You witnessed them shut down a domestic violence rally. They tried to set me up today, which is criminal, and they're enlisting people to put me out. The police department is terrorizing me. That's what I'm reporting to you. So you can say that I've witnessed police shut down a domestic violence rally. This woman is reporting that the police is terrorizing her and not covering for it, because not doing so is criminal.
You gotta let me report it.
I just want you to be authentic and not cover for it.
Okay. If you feel like you want to report that,
I can. I don't have rights. You're my case manager. You have responsibilities to report it.
Yes, I do, but it would probably come from you. They're gonna want to.
But I want you to be authentic, because I don't have rights, and do your job task and responsibilities and report it like you said, and not play mind games.
I am trying to do that.
Okay, well, let's go through this.
But one person at a time.
Okay, sure. I don't want you to bully me and mistreat me like everywhere else I have been for trying to flee abuse.
I'm not trying.
And then set the stage to commit a crime.
I am trying to help you. That's why we're doing this
Okay,
today.
so yeah, it shouldn't be demand one person at a time. We should be a team together.
We should be.
Yeah,
right.
so yeah.
Right. But if you want me to report these things first, and then if you need to,
we can work together collectively as a team with respect and dignity.
We can work together. We can collaborate together. But we have to be on the same page first.
Right. Now, we have to be on the same page of having authentic interest in helping me, like no one else has ever had in my life since I've been targeted.
Before we jump back on, before I call them again, what are your concerns? What are the things that we need to report?
Law enforcement, as you have witnessed, abusing power, committing crimes to terrorize me year after year in multiple different jurisdictions. I'm concerned about the criminal activity to keep me from housing.
Okay. So law enforcement, another long story short, law enforcement not taking your concerns seriously.
Law enforcement committing crimes.
Okay.
Law enforcement keeping me influencing. You've been on my channel and you haven't seen the heading?
I have not.
So I reported to you multiple different times that I'm fleeing the domestic violence crisis that involves the government, and you haven't heard it all those different times? That they're enlisting people to be in cahoots and they're involved in it? I report to you, repeating that over and over, you don't hear it? Even though you witnessed them shutting down a domestic violence rally? Even though you smell the water and you saw the email saying that I'm going to poison it, and you saw that I sent it to Jay Schubert with Victoria Police and he covered for it?
Okay. Again, collaborative.
Okay. So that shows you have evidence that law enforcement is committing crimes, and you admitted it, that was criminal for them to cover for a threat like that. And then you switched up and changed it. So you have evidence of law enforcement committing crimes and covering for this man, as well as everywhere else I've been. I can show you this paperwork. They're putting me out for violating my constitutional rights because I recorded crimes the police department was committing. And they are depriving me of case management here, as I've already addressed. So that's criminal. And then they're blaming me for it like they do year after year. But let's go ahead and call the police. I do want to make sure you have a proper understanding. Law enforcement is involved in a domestic violence crisis, committing crimes, which you have witnessed.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to bring up. Law enforcement involved in the domestic violence
crisis, and then covering for the emails and my abuser, and enlisting armies in cahoots to be in cahoots.
I don't know what they're going to say about that, but we're going to.
Well, if they don't say the right thing, it's committing a crime. You just can't do, but if someone is trying to press charges on someone and you're covering for it, those are accessory charges. It's criminal. If they don't say the right thing, they can send themselves to prison. They can't pick and choose. We're doing law enforcement and all the accomplices that try to deceive YouTube that all this criminal activity is okay. If they're failing to do law enforcement, that's criminal.
Well, I don't want to jump on the call and not get anywhere. That's the whole thing.
Well, I haven't got anywhere 300 and something times, and people being coached before they get in my presence to keep people out of prison is probably the problematic part.
First of all, I don't want to waste your time.
Well, it's happened 300 and something times, and I'm sure that you don't want to get a misdemeanor charge by not doing your mandatory reporting.
You're right. I don't want to get a
Okay, so let's go work on the mandatory reporting.
Okay. So I'm going to call again. But if there's multiple people talking at a time.
We have to be a collective unit.
Yes, we have to be a
Collective unit.
Okay.
Everyone has voices and have my authentic interests at heart.
Yes.
So if you're saying the wrong thing, covering for crimes, making yourself an accessory, we can work as a collective unit together to make sure we both can be heard.
Yes.
Since the government had no concerns about my rights 10 plus years, period. And if you don't understand something, I have a right for us to be collectively, if you have my best interest at heart, to collectively get the story together.
Okay.
Not just demand to cover up for crimes that only one party has matters. Let's both collectively work together as a combined unit.
I agree. This is how this works. Collaboration.
Right, together with respect. So I respect you and you respect me. And if you have a misunderstanding like you've had countless other times, I want to be able to collectively together discuss together. No, she has a wrong understanding because you repeatedly keep having them, as well as every other mental health provider and social worker I've ever had, including here.
And if I get it wrong, I'm going to pass the phone with you.
Well, no, we can just work together. I don't have rights here.
Okay.
I don't matter here.
Okay. All right, I'm going to call.
Yeah, so I don't matter. I don't have the rights you have. I don't have rights here.
All right, let's call and see how this
Your power and other parties abiding by the law is the only chance that I have because they don't care about me.
Yes.
Ask her name.
What is your name? I'm sorry.
Celeste.
Yes. So I'm a case manager for Gulf Bend Center. I wanted to get more information about how to go about reporting other police departments failing to report.
Committing crimes. I have a report number. I have a report number from criminal activity within law enforcement, not just failing, they're committing crimes and enlisting others to do the same. We have a report number, let me get it, for the law enforcement's criminal activity.
Okay, so my
Here's the report number for law enforcement abusing badges and guns, racking up felonies. That's the report number right here, that law enforcement is indeed committing crimes. Right there is a report number for law enforcement committing crimes and being influencing government officials to be conspirators in crimes.
So she has a report number. I'm assuming this is from
25, the 25 number that I pointed at.
Is that with the Victoria?
Yes, and it's regarding law enforcement being lashing out with violence when this man is upset and enlists civilians in his crimes, and they're putting me out 50-something times, like they're doing here.
Okay.
What's the case number?
It's 250-623-70.
No, I actually spoke with the sergeant, so there's evidence of tampering with evidence. I have it uploaded that I spoke with the sergeant.
So these are notes that the officer.
But I'm giving you evidence because I have it uploaded. You just witnessed law enforcement misconduct and criminal activity.
Okay, so what she's saying,
I spoke with. Let me express what's going on.
Here, let me.
No, I'm just saying I don't have rights. So I spoke with the sergeant, and it's uploaded, and I can play it for you. The sergeant lied and said that it was dispatch notes, and I didn't speak with the sergeant to conceal crimes. A sergeant called me and gave me a report number of law enforcement's criminal activity, but they've been getting away with this years. That's a felony crime, what he just did. And they've done it numerous other times. That's not what I reported in its upload of that criminal act. And they've been getting away with 300 and plus times.
So in other words, how can we go about reporting things like this? If someone feels like they're being violated by the police, how do we go ahead? How do we?
You don't want to be a witness, even though you saw it and you've seen my channel.
Police department, you would go to the sheriff's office.
You would go to the sheriff's office, okay?
Why would you go to a sheriff's office and there's a local police department? That doesn't make sense.
Because the sheriff's office is over the police
We can't
department.
investigate ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, ma'am, hello, are you there?
She's there.
Yes.
Okay, so what would you suggest I do that everybody I come in contact with is trying to cover for my abuse and leaving me in crisis situations, including law enforcement? So they're about to put me out this location as they've done 50-something times, and I have 30 different false arrests, and no one seemed to care and left me in it, even though doing so is criminal for armies full of parties that chose to do that.
If you have something to report against the Victoria Police Department, you would contact the Victoria Sheriff's Office.
But the sheriff's office, I'm reporting them for their crimes. They're abusers, and I reported their crimes yesterday.
Okay, so then I can transfer you to the non-emergency line.
To the sheriff's office?
The non-emergency line.
Okay, you can see how they treat me. Go ahead, transfer to so you can see the crimes that they're committing for me trying to flee abuse. And how everybody I come in contact with are covering for it and prep to before they reach me.
Hi, yes. I am a case manager from Gulf Bend Center. I am here with a client. We are trying to report, or she is trying to report.
I would like you to advocate for me because I expressed that I don't have rights.
I am advocating.
You witnessed
for
several
I'm
crimes,
trying-
but you said
All right,
she.
I'm going to hang up. Kiana, this is not effective.
Okay, so you're blaming me because you don't want to be a witness like they've done years?
Well,
If you're actually
I'm not
advocating for
blaming
me, I am expressing to you I don't have rights, so you're not properly advocating for me like everywhere else I've been. If you're on the other end trying to conceal crimes, that doesn't benefit me because everyone else has done it. You don't want to implicate yourself, so you're demanding someone that don't have rights, they'll report themselves when no one cares about my rights. So you just witnessed multiple different crimes and you're saying she, and I have already told you that I don't matter. And you're evident, I do not matter, ma'am. I do not. If no one is repeatedly covering for the police violating me, I don't matter here. So all my advocates and all my social workers and everyone I come in contact with leave me in it. Evidence that I don't matter. So what I'm trying to do and fully aware that for 10 years, I didn't matter to anyone in my life and they let me sit in it. Maybe somebody else has value that I have never seen that people have, no one has ever given me.
First of all, I'm sorry that this happened to you.
But I would like to work on solutions. You hung up because I expressed to you prior to the call that I didn't have the rights that you did in this country.
I hung up because the call wasn't going anywhere.
I think that it's being gaslit. I think that you're fully aware that I didn't have rights and you didn't want to exert your authority in the power that you have. So you want to put it on me, fully aware that I don't have rights. Even your behavior with your behavior is criminal. There's mandatory reporting, and if you scam and blame me for your crime, it's criminal for you to not do your mandatory reporting. So you're trying to put it back on me, gaslight and blame me, knowing that I don't have rights and not exert your power and your authority that you have and you're supposed to exert.
I wasn't trying to blame you.
Well, you did because you said she would like to report, and we addressed that. I don't have.
You're the one making this report.
No, you have witnessed crimes the police department was committing with them shutting down the domestic violence rally, and you just saw in your face that they tampered with evidence. Because I reported government officials committing crimes and being terrorized by law enforcement, and you saw it for yourself. It shouldn't be she is reporting. It should be we are reporting if you're my case manager, especially if you know I don't have rights here.
Well, she...
It's a big difference because you have rights that I don't. That's what I'm trying to address to you, and you hung up. I don't have rights in this country, period.
Well, I hung up because this wasn't going anywhere.
Well, it's not going anywhere because you're trying to conceal crimes and it's criminal. I don't want it to be she because I don't have rights. I want it to be we. I would like to have a support system that you're supposed to do to not get a criminal charge.
I'm trying to support you as much
Okay, well, let's not deflect and blame me for you trying to cover for crimes.
And I'm sorry that I...
Okay, well, all I want to do is flee for 10 years. I'm just trying to show YouTube that it has been impossible. My story, I know, is incredible. It has been impossible. Everyone I came in contact with left me in it. And for a lot of those conspirators, it's criminal. Everyone. You are evidence of every mental health provider, every person, every family member has left me in it. And like I said, a lot of parties, it is crimes. I'm tired of going through this. I had to live in a tent. Like I said, it's serious because you guys are covering for people pulling guns on me, scamming that you haven't seen the videos to cover for it, letting people drive cars at me, hit and run on my kids. It's serious that you can condone it. Death threats, the water thing, and then repeatedly I'm blamed for crimes being committed. So if you don't want to do your job, and I switch case managers, the case manager over and over again, and the police department always make demands that them be conspirators of crimes, and I don't get anywhere. You're denying me case management like they are here. I'm not getting case management. You're trying to conceal crimes low key.
I'm coming here to help you.
But you're not, because you're giving me, you're not using your position and exerting the power you have as an authority figure. You're demanding that I take responsibility for things that you're supposed to be doing. And I have addressed to you that I don't have rights prior to the phone call. And then you said she wants to do it, but it should be we if you had my legitimate interest at heart and you witnessed crimes. Not she. Do you know the first two things that abusers use to keep a person in abuse? Cutting off housing, isolating them, and cutting off a support system. It's compounded when someone with that personality type can run the government. He's using every avenue that I have to flee him as accomplices. He's robbing me of my ability to get a support system and an advocate with everyone I come in contact with. So you not advocating for me being a support system essentially makes you a conspirator to a domestic violence crisis because that's your job task to do so, and you're refusing to.
You're right. You're right. It is my job to keep you safe. I'm here to help you feel safe.
And I don't, as I addressed it to you multiple different times. And by you not saying we and she, and you have evidence, and I've informed you that I don't have rights and they don't care about me.
Well, I'm so sorry you feel that way.
You have evidence of it. You have evidence of it. And I've a lot of parties have said that I'm sorry you feel that way, but it should be you don't have my best interest at heart. I wouldn't tell someone fleeing abuse, I'm sorry you feel that way. I would say that's horrible, and these people need to be held accountable. That's insane that they were able to get away with that.
Okay.
But everyone I'm in contact with says, I'm sorry you feel that way for fleeing abuse. I'm the only party that people counter being violated with, I'm sorry you feel that being violated. I'm sorry you feel that way. Instead of us saying that they need accountability for their criminal activity, but it's turned around on me almost everywhere I'm at. I'm sorry you feel like domestic abuse is wrong.
It is wrong.
I'm sorry you feel like someone threatening to kill you and using law enforcement as minions. I'm sorry you feel that is misconduct. Because we don't. But I'm sorry that you believe someone being able to abuse this much power and taking your freedom 30-something times that I'm witnessing in front of you is problematic. I'm sorry you feel that way. Because I don't. Which is the problem. And a lot of people not caring, it's criminal. So if we can work on solutions, because I haven't seen it all this time, can we collectively try to help me flee abuse together? Or do I have to not be my own support system like I've had to endure all these years, do it alone?
Together to help you with the domestic violence fleeing.
I've never seen it. Everybody I've ever came in contact with has been cahoots. Yeah, that'd be great if I could see it. Okay. I've been assaulted, arrested, violated, mistreated, rallies shut down like you've seen. So
can I give you
I like to concentrate on fleeing because it hasn't happened in all these years.
Hang on.
Let's report it because I know you probably have a time restraint.
Kiana, I'm here to help you through that domestic.
Let's go ahead and get started on it.
It is 12 o'clock. I am going to I'll see you on Monday. I have a standing appointment with you every Monday at 10:30. That's going to be our appointment time, 10:30.
So you have to leave me, and I thought doing that repeatedly over and over was criminal. Because people have strategized years to leave me in crisis. They pretend to not get charges like they want to help, and then they strategize, I have to leave. And then like the police department did, they pretend like they want to help to not get criminal charges, and then there's something that why we couldn't facilitate it. It's happened 10 years. So you said that we can report, then you strategized and hung up like multiple different other locations have done, that it was just impossible for me to flee 10 years. Well, that's criminal for it to not get anywhere.
A protective order. That's what I was going to try to do.
Well, why you leaving me in my crisis is criminal, and demanding that I wait a week to leave me in abuse like what's been happening all this time.
Okay. First of all, can I say something?
I just want to, if you only have a selected amount of time, let's call and save my life because no one has cared all this time.
Okay, well, I tried to do that and it didn't go.
Every case manager has blamed me for their active crimes.
I'm not going to make any more phone calls to the police because we tried that and we didn't get anywhere.
I think that you're strategizing. A woman fleeing abuse, anyone can see past these cons. Don't have my best interest at heart.
I'm going to call when I'm not with you and I will report that to the police, what you just told me, and see what we can do about it. But I'm going to do that outside of the session. It's not effective.
Let me tell you, ma'am. So what's happening is someone is able to control my environments and he wants me punished for trying to flee him. Mm-hmm. So people can, play games all they want and pretend like they are not on this abuser's payroll, but women that are not fleeing abuse aren't met with treatment like this for 10 years plus. They get love, compassion, which is a key strategy for abusers. They want punishment for parties trying to flee them. That's what they want. So since their behavior is criminal, there has to be what avenue strategized. that it's my fault that I'm committing a crime, that other parties are committing crimes to me. That's what abusers do. You brought this on yourself.
Yes, I agree with you there. Abusers make the victim feel like they're at fault.
Right. So what parties year after year do strategize? They lure me in so he can get his sick gratification. I'm going to call. They never had an intention to call. And then they blame me for their deliberate strategy for a mind game, and then blame me for not calling. And then blame me that they're racking up felonies year after year. It's my fault. That's what abusers do. So you're not the only one. You're not the only police department. And I'm just trying to prove how every single party has been coerced and coached to treat me, and it's criminal. So I know this puts my safety at risk. Everyone I'm calling, all they do is scam year after year to flee criminal charges for their behavior, trying to convince and deceive others that it's not pre-orchestrated and set up deliberately. So I have been absolutely feared, going through all that, being trapped. No avenue, no remedy for being terrorized. You're no hope, nowhere to be found, because everyone I came in contact with was accomplices and never gave the masterminds, law enforcement, ever any accountability. The conspirators for all not doing their mandatory reporting, police terrorizing me, all parties putting me out 50-something times for this man. No one has ever saw accountability outside of Diane Hammer, leaving me trapped in it all these years.
I want to say something about the mandated reporting, though. Yes, I am a mandated reporter. I am still trying to get all the facts. Right now, I don't have enough facts to even make a report through APS or CPS right now.
They never have for profit. If you saw police shutting down a domestic violence rally and you have covered for someone threatening to rape me in emails and admitted to raping me, and your alibi to stay out of prison is I don't have enough evidence. The police didn't have enough evidence when the man threw me down on the ground, pulled the trigger. That wasn't enough evidence. When I was trapped on trains and buses, being assaulted on one bus by two different people, that wasn't enough evidence because both parties, the police department and the bus driver, lied. When I was almost killed, that wasn't enough evidence. When someone almost hit my friend with a car, that wasn't enough evidence. When my son was actually hit with a car, that wasn't enough evidence.
So what you're saying...
When I was attacked, pickpocketed, robbed, all of that was not enough evidence. And it not being enough evidence is criminal.
So what you're saying, these police departments refusing to do anything to protect yourself?
Not only police departments, you are committing a crime right now. This location is committing a crime right now. You won't do your mandatory reporting. You're depriving me of a social worker assistance or case management assistance like they are. That's a conspiracy to violate rights. That's a felony charge, and the location never sees it. Every location I have been to has done the same thing, trapping me in this abuse, terrified, scared on the streets for my life.
Well,
letting police come to hotel rooms, just minding my own business, knock, knock, knock. It's the police, get out of paid hotel rooms. Catching the bus, police coming in the scam to put me off buses. Walking down the road, you did this, people I don't know, degrading me, insulting me, just simply trying to ride the bus drivers driving into traffic, demanding having cars have to stop drastically not to hit the bus.
This would be something to report above the sheriff's office. This would be like...
But I mean, the problem of it is all the case managers don't commit crimes and don't do case management, as they've done here, and are never accountable for their criminal activity.
Okay. And I'm trying to help you with all these things. I'm here trying. I would not be showing up every week if I didn't want to try.
But I haven't fled the abuse for 10 years. Everyone has a strategy to not get caught and leave me in. As you can see, the alibis and strategies to not get criminal offenses really doesn't benefit me. Because the fact still remains, I repeatedly have to sleep outside. And I'm in the cold and denied shelter for profit and housing, which the FBI is supposed to be investigating.
Yeah. Well, you know...
Well, let's talk about, since I know that there has to be strategies as it's been years, are you going to keep me from the housing that you offer? Since I'm a victim here?
If you want to get out of this housing and go
I don't have choices. You're covering for the fact that they're illegally evicting me for profit, as well as 50 other locations that put me out too.
So
you're supposed to advocate for me and give me strategies to combat corruption, but you keep blaming me for it like every other advocate I've ever had.
Kiana, we're out of time. These are only hour sessions, so we'll try again next week.
This is abuse, ma'am, because it had to endure 10 years. So we're in the middle of trying to get housing like every other party has done. If they want to start an argument, you have to leave.
So that'll be next week discussion.
They're putting me out. That puts my safety at risk. I would like to know now so I can sleep at night. My abuser likes me to be tormented and violated.
Did you get an eviction notice from here?
I just addressed that to you.
You just did. Okay, so you're about to be evicted from
Right. When he's mad, it keeps happening. But I want to address the housing that you're depriving me of that you have.
Okay, so there's some options.
Okay.
Of housing. There's Section 8 housing, which is government housing. That's an application that you would fill out.
They denied it when I went in. They were giving me the runaround. Mid-Coast lied and said that they couldn't help me get on the housing list after speaking with the police department. And then they lied about the apartment complex. Every domestic violence organization I have ever been in has done it. But I would like to do the housing that you offer.
Yes, absolutely. We have the wellness community housing too.
Okay, that would be an option.
Yes, that would be an option too. That is an application. And next week, that'll be what we talk about next week, is how to get on that.
Well, there's safety issues, so we need to be on it.
Yes,
and not
we'll be on it. I promise I'm going to bring that up.
Because I've never seen anyone that authentically had my interest at heart. So the wellness community is an option.
Yes, that is an option.
Okay. And what are the other options?
There's also low-income housing in Victoria that that helps individuals that live on a fixed income get housing.
Okay.
So we can talk about
Yeah, we need immediate responses that I've never seen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So next week on Monday, that's what we'll do. That'll be our focus.
And you're refusing not to commit a crime and report how I've been terrorized by the police department, even though you have video footage of it and you just saw them tamper with evidence?
Okay, so I'm going to go back to what we talked about the housing. Help bringing those housing applications to you next week is going to help you get out of your current predicament.
I don't know. My case managers have deceived themselves and others.
Okay.
You don't seem to have a pattern, which is psychologically abusive to me.
Okay.
For all my providers and everyone in my environment treating me like this. So everywhere I'm at does not provide me a resolution. The problem of it is that you guys are aiding and abetting this man and have not faced your criminal charges. So what you're doing is you're protecting him and law enforcement, and you're scamming that you are having a misunderstanding 10 years to leave me in their abuse. And each location I move, the same pattern starts over and over again because everyone I come in contact with is protecting him.
Well, we'll see.
Which is criminal.
We'll see what happens once you get into a different apartment.
I don't think that if someone is saying that someone's going to rape and threaten and murder them, and you're protecting them, it's criminal.
Is someone saying they're murdering you?
You saw the emails.
Okay.
And you're protecting him, that's criminal.
So verbal threats are different from actual physical.
Well,
threats.
you did hear I was trapped on trains and buses and assaulted by police for him.
Let me see what I can do.
And then you did hear that they came here multiple different times trying to set me up on their own.
Okay.
That's not just verbal. They have committed a crime.
Kiana, the time is up. We will have this discussion next week.
So you have to protect them?
On Monday.
Strategize to protect them? Like all my mental health providers have done and walked off when I was desperate?
Monday at 10:30. That is our standing appointment. We will adjust.
But how do I flee abuse? Nobody will tell me. They all have to leave during my abuse, reporting abuse and trying to flee it. It's happened 10 years plus.
If you are being abused right now, you need to call the police department.
They're my abusers.
Okay.
And they enlist other parties to be my abusers. That's just the point and cover for crime.
Them.
Well, you won't do your mandatory reporting even though it's a crime like everybody else did?
Okay, look. I'm writing all this stuff down.
But I just don't. I don't want you to get that criminal charge.
To your story. I hear what you're saying.
I just don't want you to get that criminal charge, ma'am, for your crime you're actively committing.
I appreciate you not wanting me to.
Yeah, you don't want to get a charge, so you should do the right thing. Right, so you should do the right thing and not get a criminal charge.
I'm hearing your story. Your story is duly noted.
But don't get a criminal charge, ma'am. Let's concentrate on you not getting a criminal charge and being an accessory for covering up for it.
I will report if I feel like it's absolutely necessary to report.
You don't think that seeing police shut down a domestic violence rally and trying to set me up, you're making yourself an accessory. You're slandering and trying to perceive to convince others that you just don't have enough evidence like they've been doing all these years that makes you an accessory. No, they just came here.
They just came here?
Yes.
Victoria?
Yes. And tried to say they just came. I don't know if I can. I've had so much going on. They just came. I think they came this morning.
Oh, I didn't. The police here?
Yes, they came on their own.
See, I talked to you?
Yeah, and you know I'm being evicted here. And I'm being stalked here. And you saw the death threats here.
I didn't know they came here. You didn't tell me.
I
didn't know
did.
they
You
came
just
here.
had misunderstandings. I told you that up
Okay.
front, that the police were trying to set me up multiple different times here.
So the police came here this morning. What did they say to you?
I was on the line with the Texas Rangers. They came on their
Okay.
own. They're strategizing to help this place put me out. Each time I ask for questions on my case, which is
Okay.
criminal, that they have to come out when I have questions on my case, have information that I need. They bully and mistreat me, and they've been trying to set me up to take my freedom. And as we've addressed it, it's happened 30 something times. This man is threatening to escalate abuse, and everyone I come in contact with is covering for it, and that makes them accessories to his crimes. And people are sugarcoating this criminal activity.
Would it be okay if I talk to the people over in the front office about the eviction stuff? Is that okay to talk about like how much longer you're able to stay here?
Well, I think the problem is by us deflecting and distracting on covering for the person and giving yourself accessory charges is really not really accomplishing anything, because you're being controlled by the very party that's violating me. So for 10 years, I can't get anywhere because no one has interrupted someone influencing government officials and them strategizing any way they can to leave me in this man's abuse and not get caught for it. So we can never concentrate on why parties are concerned about someone threatening to rape me, stating that they already have, and I always have to exit and go and walk off while I'm talking, and I'm trying to deceive other parties that they're not taking bribes or in cahoots to not get their criminal charges. So if everywhere I've ever been has covered for this man, would you imagine that would put my safety at risk?
It could potentially put your safety at risk.
Well, what would you perceive if someone's saying that I'm going to kill you and has someone driving to traffic? There's been hit and runs, and there's already been using law enforcement
That
as
would be a
minions.
verbal threat. They're verbally threatening you if they're
So using law enforcement to take your freedom is 30 times for kidnapping. Using law enforcement to kidnap, that you believe that's verbal?
It's verbal threat. If they're sending it to you an email, a text message.
No,
or
I'm
a phone
speaking
call.
about law enforcement abusing power and enlisting everybody to cover from their crimes that I come in contact with. When law enforcement demands that civilians cover for their crimes and kidnaps me 30 times and enlists parties to be psychologically abusive and conceal their crimes.
They would not be taking these verbal threats seriously.
No, I'm speaking about, once again, how they're enlisting everybody to conceal their crimes. Police, law enforcement,
They're
kidnapping me.
They're covering it
And
up.
they're enlisting parties, everyone I come into contact with, to do the same thing. I wanted to address that everywhere I'm at is allowing police to kidnap me, even though their behavior is criminal.
So you're reporting these things to the police, but the police does nothing about it.
And then they kidnap me. Yes.
They kidnap you.
Yes. On false reports, and then they enlist people to conceal their crimes like you.
Yeah.
And then strategize avenues to not get caught and pretend like they have a misunderstanding 10 years.
Yeah.
Even though, mandatory reporting and all kind of felonies just repeatedly unaddressed.
Yeah. So that would be on the police department if they're doing all.
No, I'm speaking of you, how you're committing a crime right now by not doing your mandatory reporting and then trying to cover for police terrorizing me and kidnapping me and taking my freedom, as well as everyone else that did it.
And again, with mandated reporting to APS or CPS, there has to be an active.
They just came this morning.
Okay.
So let me try to report a crime and then you can see it. Let me try to report a crime and then they'll come. You said it has to be active. So I'm going to show you how I'm treated for trying to flee abuse. You said it has to be active.
They literally have to harm you.
They're going to. Let me try to flee abuse. Just wait a minute. You'll see how I'm treated for trying to flee.
Who are you calling?
The sheriff's office.
Oh.
Yes, I'm trying to prove to my case manager. She doesn't think you guys are committing crimes. So I want her to see how it is when I flee abuse. So I like information on my case.
With the sheriff's office?
Yes, I have cases. This is the sheriff's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want her to see how I'm treated for trying to flee abuse. So I'm trying to flee abuse, ma'am? Calling the sheriff's office?
Oh, okay, so you want to make a report. Hold on just a moment. Hold on. Victoria County Sheriff's Office, please hold. Victoria County Sheriff's Office, how can I help you?
Yes, may I have your name?
6003.
Okay, I'm trying to show my case manager how you guys terrorize me. I'm trying to flee abuse, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. That's fine.
I don't know how, because everyone I come in contact with, won't give me help and keep me from services. The police department terrorizes me, ma'am, and tries to set me up. They came on their own this morning.
Okay, ma'am. Is there a case manager there right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to show her how it feels when I flee abuse.
This is Fallon.
Okay. Well, hello. I'm with the sheriff's office.
Yeah, I have no remedy because you guys are letting someone send me death threats, say they're going to kill me and hack my device. And you won't, I'm
Okay.
trying to press
All right.
charges on that person and you haven't got your criminal charges for protecting them. And they're evicting me here
Okay.
and everybody I call is covering for it. You're letting someone hack my
Yes,
device,
ma'am.
which is criminal.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are all my reports since my case manager's here? You endanger my safety by your criminal activity. I like information on my reports.
You have gotten those report numbers, ma'am.
I have the report numbers, but I haven't
received
received any investigation and your behavior is criminal.
If you would like a copy of the report,
No, I want
you
an
can contact the
investigation
records
because you guys
department.
depriving me of law enforcement is criminal. Your behavior is criminal. I want to press charges on someone threatening my life and the officers that abused their power and came to intimidate me, bully me for trying to flee abuse and demanded other locations be in cahoots with their criminal activity and then slandered me and committed crimes to try to set me up year after year. I didn't tell you guys to come out all this times. And then the video altered to where I said that I called 911 three times when I didn't say that. So I would like to concentrate. I want my case manager to hear that I'm begging and pleading for law enforcement to be put under control. And I'm wanting to press charges on criminal police that commit crimes and enlist others to do the same.
Okay. So as I was saying, if you would like the reports that you've been made.
No, that's not. I'm not being heard. As I expressed the following, you have strategized. I'm not being heard, ma'am. I like investigation on why you guys are committing crimes and giving me report numbers that are never investigated. You're putting my safety at risk
Okay.
by you protecting this man and this criminal and enlisting everybody else to do it. This is criminal.
Okay. Why don't you go talk to Fallon with Gulf Bend?
No, I want go. I want her to see how it is when I flee abuse.
Because I cannot sit on the phone.
Kiana,
They're committing a crime right now, Fallon.
This is-
Because no, I want you to know what's happening. I don't know why you have a disconnect. She just hung up like everywhere else I could call trying to flee abuse.
well, it wasn't
Law
going
enforcement
anywhere.
covering. Well, me trying to flee abuse is this degrading. Okay, let me express something. If you're in tears because a car just came at you or a car came at you at your kids, and everyone come in contact with blames you for it, that's scary.
It is scary, yes. I
Right.
agree.
So they can't have compassion because the person that's enlisting them to commit the crime is sadistic. So their scam is to, while we're committing our crime, victim shaming. Their strategy for why they're committing crimes is that it's not going anywhere by you trying to report this man. I promise I'm not committing a crime like we've been doing 10 years. Even though I'm actively in the crime, committing a crime, like typical abusers, I'm going to blame you for it. So we could care less about someone hitting your son with a car, actually hitting my car, damaging it, trapping you in on trains and buses. We don't care. We don't care about someone saying they're going to rape you. I already did it. We don't care. We don't care about the police department abusing their power, busting down doors, assaulting, arresting me for trying to flee. We do not care.
And that's what this call was about.
Right. And
It's
what
to
did they do?
explain-
What did they
hung
do?
up.
You witnessed them hang up.
They hung
What
up.
did you see at the
Yes,
domestic violence rally? You witnessed them shut it down. And what are you doing? Not doing your mandatory reporting like everybody else I came in contact with, which is criminal.
Okay, so it sounds like it's one of those cases where you feel like you're not being heard and taken seriously.
I feel like that people need to get their criminal charges that they haven't got for 10 plus years, putting my safety at risk and my family and demanding that we don't matter.
Okay.
For someone that's sadistic and repeatedly over and over can come terrorize, abuse, and violate, and then have everyone conceal their crimes year after year and never see accountability for breaking the law and being abusers.
Well, can I give you my professional input?
If it has nothing outside of me fleeing abuse, as I've told you, mental health providers have been used as minions to degrade, violate, and conceal crimes, as well as multiple different other parties. And I don't feel that I deserve it. And you guys have shown me, as well as law enforcement and armies in my circle, that I don't matter to you. So if you can give me some validation that I matter, someone threatened to rape me, murder me, and law enforcement abusing power, shutting down a domestic violence rally, terrorizing, coming and knock on the door, punishing me for not wanting to be violating for this man, committing crimes, covering for him, and enlist everyone in my environment to help terrorize me for him. If you condone that, I don't think that we'll go anywhere. And as you stated, me trying to flee abuse, it wasn't going anywhere because I believe you didn't want it to. If you have an intention to not commit a criminal offense and have my best interest at heart and want me to get something resolved to flee this man, I would indeed like to hear what you have to say because I've never seen it.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're wanting validation. First off, you're a very strong woman for all the stuff that you dealt with in the last so many years. You're very strong.
I would like to work on the fact of not getting murdered because I've never seen anyone that cared.
Okay. Well, that's if that was me, I would have a whole lot of concern about.
Yeah, but I don't. Everyone is coming for it. So if I can concentrate, I know you only have limited time, and people walk off while I'm fearing for my safety or assaulting and arresting me, terrified for my life. So I would like to concentrate on this point. What do I do to not get murdered and everyone else I cover for?
Okay.
I know if these people see me get murdered, they walk off like they did the other day when I was begging for help.
Do you want my professional input about that?
I just want to flee abuse and work on a strategy to not get murdered.
Not get murdered, okay. I don't know how you're going to take it. So I don't know if this is going to be positive advice or not.
Well, can you express to me why each time I'm trying to not get murdered, it's not positive to keep it from happening?
So,
if they don't want to be in cahoots, can you express to me why all other women can express to people that I'm being terrorized and I don't want to get murdered? And then my environment say, when I say I don't want to get murdered, I don't want to be negative. They don't want to say anything supportive, but I'm blamed for not wanting to be murdered. So let's see what you have in the avenue that I'm trying to take to ask for help again, like I've been asking years, stating to you that I don't want to get murdered because everyone I came in contact with has been in cahoots. So what is your feedback for that?
Okay, so my feedback is, and then you can, after I give it to you, you can say what you need to say. So my feedback is, I understand why you record. I fully understand that. You have a right as a consumer.
We're not. No, I don't want to be victim shamed.
I'm not victim
shaming.
I
want to concentrate on not being murdered by this man.
Okay,
I don't want to take responsibility. I want to concentrate. I know it's your job and I'm trying to prove it. I want to concentrate on why you guys never give this man accountability. Why does everybody have to blame me for his misconduct? Let's concentrate, since you have limited time, on why we cannot let this man take accountability for his actions. I don't want him murdering me, is the point.
Okay.
What can I do to protect myself against everyone I come in contact with covering for this man?
The best thing that you can do, Kiana, to limit exposure and to prevent yourself from becoming contacted with this man is to stay off of social media.
No, I'm not really being heard.
Stay off of YouTube.
I'm not really being heard.
That's the best thing you can do is stay off of YouTube.
I'm not really being heard because I went to a domestic violence where I was getting trapped on trains and buses and being threatened. Can you express to me why everyone I come in contact with is covering for him? I would like to know, not blaming me, how do I protect myself against him using law enforcement to terrorize me and controlling everyone I come in contact with? You're my case manager. I'm in a crisis. Everyone I've ever met has tried to cover for his crimes. I'm just trying to prove it.
Okay.
So I don't want everyone that blames me repeatedly over and over. So the best thing that I can do, let him be protected. You don't think he deserves accountability for...
He does deserve.
How is he ever going to get it if everyone I ever met covers for him?
You're right. You got a good point there. How is he going to get the accountability that he deserves? He deserves to be locked away. I agree with that.
Well, if everyone I've ever met is helping him and covering for him, even though that's accessory charges, how do you perceive that'll happen?
Well, you would think the police would do it. But
you witnessed it. No, and you're not doing your mandatory reporting, which is criminal. You're not doing your job task. You're selling me too.
So listen to me. What I'm going to do today, I am going to talk to the sheriff's office about getting a protective order and how to go about doing that. I think that's going to be your best solution.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. And maybe having people that want to be in cahoots and cover for this man get their accessory charges, so I won't have to go through this another 10 years.
So that's what I'm going to do. After I leave here today, I'm going to call the sheriff's office to see how we can get a protective order.
And I need some protection against law enforcement. I've heard that there's some kind of law enforcement for some kind of protection order against law enforcement that will protects people.
I have to follow up on that.
I'm just since I don't have rights. I also not only need to be protected against this man, but law enforcement. And there are protection orders because there are powerful people that can enlist law enforcement as minions.
Okay.
But once someone told me it was interrupted,
Yeah.
and then they couldn't help the legal representation I was trying to pay, that's evidence that I'm being illegally monitored. She said that there are protection orders against law enforcement.
Mhm.
She got an interruption, and then they sent me somewhere else to a person that didn't answer.
Well, let me follow up on that because I'm not really sure what that
Right, but
process
I'm
is.
just telling you
Yes.
that I need to not only be
Yes.
protected from this man, but law enforcement.
Law enforcement too. Okay. I will see you Monday at 10:30.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring the housing applications by, and we'll work on completing those housing applications.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, and you said that you were going to talk because you
In the
switch up a
sheriff's
lot.
office. Yes, in the
You
sheriff.
switch up.
Yes, and I'm also gonna call to the sheriff's office to see about the protective order against the abuser and possibly against other law enforcement agencies.
Right. Thank you. That's
what
the
I'm
problem.
gonna do. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Do you feel like you're being heard?
Well,
Okay.
Alan, here's the thing that you said that you were going to report the child abuse numerous times and then came back and didn't.
Okay, well that was a different situation.
No, it's not, because you said that you were going not only, I'm showing a pattern of behavior.
Okay.
People say that they're going to help and then they retract for 10 years.
Okay, for this one, I'm going to bring the housing applications by.
But we're deflecting on the fact that you've already said that you were going to report to adult protective services and then child abuse and then switched up.
And again, there was no evidence on that. So I can't report if I don't have.
But you have my YouTube channel, and if you're my case manager, you're supposed to protect me.
Kiana, I don't go on your YouTube channel.
Well,
That's
you
a
can't.
violation of
That's not
privacy.
on. That's not true, because you said you went on my channel.
I looked at a few videos.
Well, I think that
but
you
I
should
didn't look at
concentrate.
them all.
Well, if you want to look at a few videos, I think that we should attend to what threatens my safety.
That's a lot of videos to watch.
Well, I would like, if you had to look at a couple of them, I would like to attend to what's most important, what jeopardizes my safety.
Well, if you want to, next time I come here next week, if you want to list or.
You saw the police, you saw the marshal shut down the domestic violence.
Yes, you did see that one.
Yes. So that's evidence that they're enforcing domestic violence.
If there's any other videos you would like me to watch, bring that into the session next week, and I will gladly watch them.
I think you have the evidence that you witnessed them shut down a rally, that they are keeping me from fleeing, as well as countless accessories.
Okay, and I'm going to find out how
you did say that you were going to try to get a protection order and all that.
I'm going to I'm going to follow up on the process
of getting a protection order from him and law enforcement.
Will, when I've had that process.
And you won't switch up like you did in the past?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Cool?
Yes.
Cool. I had those worksheets. Do you still want to read them?
I can.
Okay.
And maybe you should communicate to, I don't have rights, that people are intentionally compromising my housing for 50-something times.
Okay.
Those are strategies that we have, that we've established that abusers have. They cut off your support system, your housing, and they isolate.
So this first one here, those are just some strategies.
We can talk about this later. I think I already got this. I want to concentrate on fleeing abuse because I've been robbed of it.
Well, that's for you to read on your own time.
Yes. So, like I said, the strategies are cutting off isolating, cutting off support, and cutting off housing. That's typical abuser mentality. And it compounds when they can list accomplices.
Well, I have homework I'm going to do before Monday, but I also gave you homework.
I wanted to concentrate at this point. I understand that you want me to help self-esteem like all my other mental health providers.
Ma'am.
I think that it's more urgent to not get murdered, and no one has cared.
I agree. That is the main thing, is where you feel safe. We can agree on that.
Right.
Safety is
because they walked off when I was trying not to get murdered. And the police walk off and blame me when I'm trying not to get murdered. And then they set me up and assault me when I'm trying not to get murdered. Domestic violence rallies shut down when I'm trying not to get murdered. Friends and family members hang up in my face and blame me when I'm trying not to get murdered. Marshals, all kind of government officials hang up, violate when I'm trying not to get murdered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trapped on trains and buses when I'm trying to get places, trying not to get murdered. When I'm on my hotel stays on my phone trying not to get murdered, police departments come and put me out when I'm trying not to get murdered. Mm-hmm. So do you see the intensity of behind my prices?
Yeah. You're just trying to get through your day without trying to get murdered.
Right. But everyone else I come in contact with is cahoots with me getting murdered.
They just walk away.
Yes, which is criminal for countless parties.
Yeah, they should hear you out and try to get you to safety, but these agencies don't do that.
They're committing crimes and enlisting people to conceal them. Just like this location is putting me out and not depriving me of case management and demanding that I get mental health treatment to be in cahoots with them, which is criminal.
Okay, so we got our goals. Next, I'm going to hold up for my end of the bargain, okay? But I need you to at least read these, and then we can talk.
Yeah, to have self-esteem and joy during trying not to get murdered.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do I'm gonna do the housing stuff, and I'm gonna find out about the process of a protective order. But what I want you to do, I want you
Have
to
self-esteem with not trying not to get murdered.
Okay.
Just have self-esteem while trying not to get murdered. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
If you know my life is in jeopardy, you didn't dawn on you. I thought it was a requirement for you to send me resources and not try to have me have self-esteem. Because this location demanded that I get mental health treatment. As if you legitimately have my best interest at heart, they're trying to set me up again. Who is it?